This video is sponsored by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform to build your brand online. Do you see yourself switching jobs? How do you set good boundaries? How do you deal with difficult clients? How do you like New York? How I juggle everything? Good morning, it's Friday. It is almost 9 a.m. I'm trying to head into the office by like 9:30 or 10. I only have 2 really short calls today, and then the rest of the day, I want to just focus on being productive and getting a lot of work done. So I decided to go to the office because these days I'm finding that I'm more productive when I'm working away from home. I also wanted to make this day in my life vlog a little bit different and do a Q&A throughout as well. So I asked on Instagram for questions to be submitted. First one I'm going to answer right now is, what's your morning routine? And I don't really have a good morning routine right now, but I've been trying to at least get better about fixing myself breakfast every morning. So I am having a waffle. This is just like a frozen waffle from Trader Joe's, and then I'm going to put some almond butter on it. So this is the most consistent thing lately in my morning routine. All right, I'm going to eat this and then we're going to head over to the office. About 10:30 now. I've been here for like an hour and I just did some email admin stuff, and then I was setting up this virtual whiteboard for a meeting I've got next week. So with one of my clients, there is another firm that the client is working with, but they're working with them for like different things. We're not doing the exact same thing, obviously, but there is still some potential overlap in like the audiences that our stuff is going to be rolled out to. So we've just got a meeting next week to talk through all those different work streams that both of the teams have got going on. I've got a meeting with my internal team in a little less than an hour. So I just wanted to get a draft going so that I could share it with them, get their feedback, and then I'll still have time to get it ready for the meeting, which is a week from today. I also almost forgot that I'm doing a Q&A, so let me pull up a question here. Do you see yourself switching jobs into a different domain? I really enjoy the work I do. I can see the impact that I have really directly, which is great. I potentially would want to explore a job where it's not client facing, and I think this is always like the dilemma. I think people who aren't client facing miss having that client interaction and working with lots of different teams and people, and then people who are in that client facing role miss just kind of working with a single team internally. I would be potentially interested in exploring like the other side of the coin or the other side of the equation. I don't know how to put it. Not really anything in the near future. That's just as I look down the road like many years into my career. It is so cold in here, which I should have expected because office buildings are always freezing cold, but it's so humid and disgusting outside in New York, so I just didn't want to carry a jacket. But anyway, so I got a coffee, decaf, because if you know me, you know that I cannot really drink like full coffee because I'm very sensitive to caffeine. I get super jittery, anxious. So yes, decaf for me, but I love the taste of coffee. I wish I could drink it more.
Yeah, I think you have to email it to them.
If you open the mural, you'll see things that I started to populate. So cold right now, so I picked a hot lunch. I usually get a salad, but this looks pretty good. It's like a coconut salmon with mango salsa and rice. As a consultant, how do you keep track of all the different projects and tasks to do? To-do lists are my best friend, so I'm always prioritizing my to-do list as well. What do I need to get done today and send out so that other people can do things? Like, that's a big thing, is someone waiting on me to do something, and am I holding up the process? That's a big thing to consider. But it's really just about having systems and tools that work for you. So to-do lists in whatever system you like to use. Having weekly meetings with your team and with the client helps a lot as well. So you can just keep yourselves accountable to everything that needs to get done. How do you set good boundaries in personal and professional life? It's hard. I like to think that I'm good at setting boundaries, and I'm good at shutting off at the end of the day, not working into the evening hours. But then I tend to wake up early and get work done if I wasn't able to finish it the day before. So that goes into my personal time as well. I think it is just communicating well with your team. Be really clear about your schedule, your plate, and asking for help when you need it. The more transparent and open you are about that, then the more I think people are willing to help you, and the more they'll be transparent. And it's just, you don't run into fire drills then, because people are more prepared. I mean, I shouldn't say you don't run into fire drills, because that's always going to happen, but it's less likely to be caused by you. Let me know if you are also a hot sauce fiend like I am. Like, I've literally just covered or coated this salmon with hot sauce, and I still feel like I want more. Done with lunch now, and my next call is not for almost 2.5 hours. So I am going to work on a meeting summary for an in-person client meeting that I had earlier this week. I've got a template, or I've got the summary from the last session that we had with them. So I just always start with that, save a new copy, and then update the content. Just finished my last call of the day. I'm gonna go home, but actually I'm gonna stop by the mall before so that I can pick up some pants from Uniqlo. I got this pair of black trousers that I really like for client meetings, super comfortable. So I want to get the dark green version as well. Do you have non-work related goals in your personal life? I mean, real KPI based, I don't think I have very specific KPI based goals in my personal life. They're more general, like cooking more at home. I've been doing takeout so often just because it just gets really tiring working from home and then thinking about cooking when you're really hungry because you ended up skipping lunch that day on accident. That's definitely a goal of mine. I have been doing a little bit better. I'm sort of tracking just mentally how often I'm cooking throughout the week. We're looking for progress and not perfection. I guess I do have a goal of running the New York Marathon in under 4 hours. Running a marathon in under 4 hours has been a goal of mine since I first started running marathons. Well, actually, for the first one, I would have been happy just with any time because it was my first. Definitely a big dream or goal of mine to be able to do a sub 4 hour marathon. It's Saturday and I am going to go on a run. I haven't run for a week because my quad was a little bit strained. I don't know if you could see here. I've got some KT tape on it, but it is feeling better now. So I'm going to go for a super easy run. And one of the questions I got was, what's my pre and post meal, workout meal? So I have some liquid IV usually just to hydrate, especially if it's a morning run. And I like to have this energy liquid IV. It's lemon ginger flavor. I like to have this before a long run especially. And it's very hot outside. So I've got a water bottle in the freezer so I could take that with me. And then I'm going to have the same thing I had yesterday for breakfast, which is the whole grain waffles from Trader Joe's and then some almond butter on top. How do you deal with difficult clients? Any tips? I think be empathetic because the client, is under a lot of stress. They probably have these goals that they need to meet or these expectations. I feel like I have peanut butter or almond butter on my mouth. So a lot of times if they're being demanding or difficult, it's because it's coming from a place where they have a lot on the line for themselves. So I think taking on the mindset of trying to help them look good on their side is helpful. Your favorite tech item right now? I don't know if this counts, but my new running watch, I love it so much. It's the Coros Global Pace 2. It just collects so much data when I'm running. The battery lasts 2 weeks or something like that. I used to run with my Apple Watch, which was fine, but I would have to charge it all the time. And I just like that this one is dedicated to running. It's also super lightweight. Just as an example, this is all the info that it shows you about your runs, your pace, and you can customize workouts in this. So as you can see here, you can customize I need to do 300 meters training and then 4 minutes walking or whatever it is, whatever the workout is, you can program it to a lot of specificity, which is what I need for the running program that I'm doing right now to train for the New York Marathon.
I ended up driving back.
Someone said, how do you like New York? And if it still sparks joy for me, it definitely does. Like, I love the running culture here, and there's so much to do. But in the summer, it's so freaking hot. I'm like so sweaty right now. But this is my favorite route. Watch out. Just running around the loop in Central Park. Good morning. It's Sunday now. I am just packing up my skincare and all of that because I'm going on a work trip today. Another question that I got was, how is work-life balance as a management consultant? I think for the most part, for me, it's pretty good. I said earlier with another question about boundaries that I do think I'm pretty good about setting good boundaries in my professional life, but there's ups and downs. So I am packing right now to go to Kansas City for a day for a meeting tomorrow. So since it's a Monday morning meeting, it means I need to travel on a Sunday. So that part's kind of annoying, but it's not like that happens all the time. It's more that there are certain times where you just have to make some of those sacrifices. But maybe this Friday I'll end my day a little earlier to make up for it. Not a question, but thank you for your YouTube videos and Samcha podcast. You're amazing and hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for watching and for listening to my podcast. It's been interesting on YouTube just because I think a lot of people are watching TikTok more than YouTube these days, but it is comments like that and people who let me know that I've helped them or inspired them with their career that inspires me to keep making videos. So thank you. I really do appreciate all of your comments and DMs. And Samcha podcast has been so fun for me to do. I love that it's just like a new creative project, and then being able to just talk with my two friends about topics that are interesting to us is just fun. So if anything, like, we really enjoy it, but I love that other people like listening to it too. And speaking of Samcha podcast, I think this is a good time to tell you about this video's sponsor, which is Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build your website and brand online, and is what we use for our Samcha podcast website. Whether you're just starting out like we were a little less than a year ago with Samcha podcast, or managing a growing brand, Squarespace makes it easy to create a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything from products to content to time, all in one place. Starting with a professional website template, you have the flexibility to choose a design for any category or use, and then customize the look and content to fit your unique needs. You can make any Squarespace template do what you want, so you stand out online and on any device too. If you're selling products or services, you can set up an online store using tools from Squarespace that make it super easy. And Squarespace also helps you manage your schedule, accept appointments, and accept payments for your services. Finally, you can use Squarespace's analytics and insights to grow your business. Squarespace's analytics tools show you where your site visits and sales are coming from, top keywords, and your most popular products and content, helping you make strategic decisions about how you build your brand. I love using Squarespace for all of my website and brand building needs, and if you're interested in trying it out, go to squarespace.com/kchoi for a free trial and use my code kchoi for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thanks so much, Squarespace, for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to the vlog. So I'm in Kansas City now. It's my first time here, and I'm facilitating a workshop tomorrow, so that's why I've traveled here. It's about 6 p.m. right now, and I'm pretty hungry, so I think what I'm gonna do, I actually have a friend who's from Kansas City, but she lives in New York, and she gave me a recommendation for a good barbecue place because Kansas City is known for its barbecue. It is just about a mile away from my hotel, so I'm gonna get into my running clothes and I'm gonna jog there because I'm supposed to do like a little bit of an easy workout today, so I figured I would just do my workout on my way to dinner. I didn't think to bring my running hat or my running like waist pack where I usually hold my phone and keys and stuff. So I'm just gonna have to hold my phone, but it's only like a mile away anyway, so it won't be for too long. So anyway, let's go and get some dinner because I'm really hungry. It is 8 p.m. now, and I'm going to end the vlog here. I'm actually going to start editing this vlog that you're watching. One last question that I got was how I juggle everything, and I think today is a good example of that, where I need to get my marathon training in, so I ran to dinner and I'm gonna spend my evening editing this vlog and then, back to the work week tomorrow. This isn't how my days or my weekends look every week. Like, I definitely have days where I just do nothing, and I personally need that to unplug. This video was pretty fun because I was just trying to think of ways to incorporate the questions that you are asking throughout, so I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what other videos you'd like to see on this channel. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!